Introduction to Nationalism Models. Nationalism can be broadly categorized into two models, civic nationalism and ethnic nationalism. These models represent different bases for national identity and belonging. Civic nationalism. Civic nationalism defines the nation through shared political values and allegiance to a set of democratic principles. It emphasizes inclusivity and the idea that anyone, regardless of their ethnic or cultural background, can become a member of the nation by adopting its values and participating in its civic life. The key principles of civic nationalism are discussed below. Inclusivity. Civic nationalism promotes the idea that national identity is accessible to anyone who embraces the nation's political values and participates in its civic life. Shared values. It emphasizes shared political values such as democracy, liberty, equality, and justice. Citizenship. Civic nationalism is centered around the concept of citizenship, where legal status and participation in civic duties are key to national identity. Rule of law. It upholds the importance of the rule of law in institutions that protect individual rights and freedoms. Examples of civic nationalism are as follows. United States. The U.S. is often cited as a prime example of civic nationalism. American national identity is based on the principles outlined in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. Citizenship and adherence to democratic values are central to being American. France. French national identity is also rooted in civic nationalism, with a strong emphasis on the values of liberty, equality, resistance, and fraternity. The French Revolution played a pivotal role in shaping the civic national identity. Benefits and challenges. Civic nationalism builds upon inclusivity and integration and allows people from diverse backgrounds to unite around common values. It promotes social cohesion and democratic participation. On the other hand, implementing civic nationalism can be challenging in diverse societies where different groups may have conflicting values or experiences of inclusion. It requires ongoing efforts to ensure that all citizens feel included and valued. Ethnic nationalism. Ethnic nationalism defines the nation through shared ethnicity, culture, language, and ancestry. It emphasizes the idea that national identity is rooted in common descent and cultural heritage, and it often excludes those who do not share these traits. The key principles of ethnic nationalism are as follows. Exclusivity. Ethnic nationalism tends to be exclusive, defining national identity based on ethnic or cultural characteristics that are not easily accessible to outsiders. Cultural heritage. It places a strong emphasis on preserving cultural heritage, traditions, folklore, and language as key components of national identity. Ancestry. Ethnic nationalism often ties national identity to common ancestry and historical continuity. Unity through homogeneity. It seeks to create national unity through cultural and ethnic homogeneity, sometimes at the expense of diversity and inclusion. Two examples of ethnic nationalism are Germany. Historically, German nationalism was strongly influenced by ethnic nationalism, emphasizing a common German language, culture, purity, and ancestry. The concept of Volksgemeinschaft, people's community, was central to this identity. Japan. Japanese national identity has traditionally been based on ethnic homogeneity and cultural continuity. The idea of Nihonjinron, theories of Japanese uniqueness, reflects this ethnic nationalist perspective. Many nations exhibit elements of both civic and ethnic nationalism. Balancing these models can be challenging, especially in diverse societies where different groups may have varying levels of inclusion and representation. To understand issues of national identity and social cohesion, it is important to understand these concepts.